Hello there everyone, and welcome back to the channel. My name is Botox Games, and yes, you read that title right. I have played Super Mario Bros. Wonder. I got the chance to play it at Nintendo Live last week during PAX West 2023. This video is a little bit late getting to you. I've felt very under the weather following PAX West. Not used to being in crowds that big anymore in a post-COVID world, but feeling a little bit better now and wanted to give you my thoughts on this game. I will say, before we get into the actual, impressions themselves, it's kind of funny. They announced the Direct, like 2 days before PAX West was scheduled to start, and I was thinking, okay, that's kind of weird timing. And in my predictions video for the Mario Wonder Direct, I even said, like, hey, I wonder maybe this will be playable at Nintendo Live. This is the first Nintendo Live event in America. They're going to want to make it a big deal. And lo and behold, it was playable. So kind of have to pat myself on the back for getting that prediction right. And I'm very happy it was playable. Nintendo Live was a lot of fun, having all the photo ops and demos, but this was the only new game they had. They had a lot of cool freebie stuff. I played the Disney Illusion Island demo, even though I've beaten the game, and I got a really nice Mickey Mouse pin and a ton of different photo ops. They give you little keychains and patches and stuff like that. But Mario Wonder definitely stole the show of the first ever Nintendo Live in America, and I hope in the future they continue to expand and do more new games at these events. This year it would have been nice if they had WarioWare, or even something like Mario RPG just on a kiosk, trailer, playing the trailer. This was the only new game playable, but they at the very least, they picked a good one to have playable. So let's go ahead and get into those impressions. What you're seeing is gameplay that my friend Evan recorded. It's 2-player co-op gameplay of me and my friend Chance playing. And I have to say, and this might sound kind of negative depending on your viewpoint. For me, this is not a bad thing. I was surprised by how, I guess I shouldn't say surprised. This game feels very familiar. If you play a lot of 2D Mario, this is not going to feel that out of the ordinary, which I don't know what I really expected. When I first saw the reveal trailer for this, I was like, oh my god, it's so new, it's so fresh. And it is, the animations, the personality, the level design, it's all there. It all feels very fresh, but at the core, it's still 2D Mario, right? So if you were expecting this to be a completely new reinvention of Mario, maybe tone that back a little bit. But if you're expecting a really fresh take on 2D Mario, then this is going to be for you, because it was a lot of fun. I think there was like maybe 6 levels we got to play. We did do every level. And I played through this demo multiple times. Look at that freaking the Elephant Mario and Elephant Luigi back to back right there. And yeah, it was a lot of fun, and I will say one last thing about Nintendo Live itself. The queue times for this demo were really good as well. I mean, the queue time to play this demo was faster than the photo op. That's how good they had this thing on lockdown. It was kind of nice because you get a little Mario elephant keychain every time you play it. So I got 3 of those, which is really cool. But yeah, Mario Wonder, of course, new 2D Mario coming out this October, and it feels really good. There's this new mechanic that I'm kind of showing on screen. Hopefully the gameplay lines up, called badges. And this, I think, is a really great new addition that does mix it up more than your average 2D Mario. This basically gives you an ability. What that ability could be, well, it could be something that lets you maybe have the big flutter, jump cap that we've seen in the trailer, where you can kind of glide for a little bit. Maybe you'll have a super jump. Maybe you can kind of jump up walls, which is really interesting. And all these different gameplay things, that just adds a little bit of variety. I'm a little annoyed that you can't pick them on an individual player-by-player basis. Whoever picks one, if you're playing multiplayer locally, you select one badge and that applies to everyone. That's a little unfortunate, but I guess I get they don't want to make it over complex. There was one guy I was playing with, it was me, my friend Chance, and then like this married couple or something, and he got like really upset. He was like, well, why can't I select one of those? And he was like, oh no, the Nintendo employee was like, oh no, only one person gets to pick, and he was like, oh. So that was a little unfortunate, but yeah, the badges are really cool. I think they're a great new addition, and I'm excited to see what else they have in store for the game, because we only had like, I don't know, 5 or 6 to play with. Some of them were just like pulls coins towards you, which that's not very exciting. I'm there for those gameplay changes, and I hope there's some really exciting stuff in there. It's also cool how you earn them. So there's a shop in the game that's where you use the pink or purple coins. As you see, I'm chasing down this skedaddler or whatever they're called. I think they're called skedaddlers. So you use those purple coins to buy badges and the little standees, which we'll talk about, as well as just like 1-ups and stuff. But there are also very bite-sized short challenge stages that help you unlock them as well. So there was one challenge for the wall jump badge that it's just like a very quick, like 30-second level where you just have to do a challenge relating to that badge. And what I hope for this game is that maybe towards the end of it, maybe there's some really hard badges to get that really challenge you, because, I mean, this is the beginning of the game, right? It was very easy. And listen, I get it. It's a 2D Mario game. I do expect some sort of level of challenge, at least in like the post-game 100% completion content. Very early on though, it was pretty easy. That is one cool thing as well, though. Each level has like a difficulty scale, so I think it's just kind of like stars or whatever. If it's 5-star difficulty, right, it's going to be pretty hard, but if it's 2-star, it's pretty easy, that kind of thing. It was funny that Nintendo Rep was like, if you go down here, this is a really hard level. And I will say, it was a harder level than the rest, but it was still pretty easy. So hopefully, I'm hoping there's some more challenging stuff later on. Not that I expect anything too crazy. It's a 2D Mario game, like I said, but some like nice post-game stuff, some nice 100% completion challenges will be nice if they are a little bit more difficult. Something else cool that they added that we didn't really get to use is the standees. So they showed this in the Mario Bros. Direct, and the way it works online is, or I think it even works locally, I don't know if I could have placed it down, I didn't see an option to, is you put a standee down, and if you die, you can kind of fly your little Mario ghost back to it. When you die in this game, you're a ghost. You're not like a baby in a bubble or anything. You're just a ghost. And if you go back to the standee, it'll resurrect you. I think the way it works in online is if you put the standee up, other players can then tag themselves on it and resurrect themselves. So you can kind of like help players that way. But this is really cool, and I wasn't expecting this. There are a ton of these. Like, I don't know an exact number. Maybe the screen said it. I'll try to put up the footage if I have it. There's a lot of these to collect and buy. There's like a little gacha machine or, you know, just randomized purchase button in the shop, and you can get any of them, and it's just random. And it's just kind of a cool collectible to go for. Some of them, it might be kind of lame. It's like, oh, this is Peach, but Peach is crouching. Or, oh, this is Peach, but Peach is swimming. And in the form of a standee. But I love collectibles like that, so anything like that is always a plus in my book, and that'll definitely make 100%ing this game even more enticing for sure. But let's talk about the bulk of the gameplay now. So, like I said, it's very familiar if you like 2D Mario games. You know, you're gonna feel right at home with this game. Controls feel nice, tight, as you would expect. I can't think of that much of a comparison to draw in terms of what's different than like a new Super Mario Bros. U, for example. I'm sure there are differences, but it feels like you would expect. It feels good, you know. 2D Mario, in my opinion, listen, I'm gonna be honest, I'm a new Soup defender, so that already felt great to me. This feels just as good, if not a little bit better, so that's great. But the new mechanics that were really at show here were a couple of the new power-ups, as well as the Wonder Seeds and the I don't know what they call it, the thing where the world turns into a wacky acid trip, right? So let's talk about the power-ups first. The main one that they really throw at you in this demo was the elephant power-up. And this is interesting. So it kind of just turns the game into Wario Land. I think my friend Chance said that, which was interesting. Or maybe Evan said that, which is true. You're just like a bulkier Mario. You can smash blocks a lot easier, and you can carry water in your trunk and kind of just swing that around. So you know, in 2D Mario, normally you have to jump on the enemy to attack them. In this, you have like a front-facing attack, which is just kind of interesting. It changes how you kind of approach enemies a little bit, but there weren't that many great use cases of that, you know, like, I don't know, most enemies in the demo you could just jump on anyway, which is what I defaulted to because that's what I'm used to. But I'm hoping in the full game there's some like puzzles and things that require the trunk to be swung, basically, to hit like a switch or something. And then, yeah, like I said, you can carry water in your trunk, which lets you kind of water plants just around the level. That'll give you more coins and, you know, just little bonus effects, that kind of thing. It's something that you would see like when you tap the gamepad in New Super Mario Bros. U, right? Just a little bonus that kind of helps you on your way. Another cool little cute Easter egg, I guess, is if you finish the level with your trunk full of water, the little poplin, I think they're called, they'll sprout, and that's just like a cute little thing. Maybe a little extra thing to go for when you're playing this game. Make sure you water all the poplins at the end of each level. So the elephant upgrade is cool, but I didn't really see anything super unique done with it. What actually was a lot more interesting to me was the drill power-up. So this is kind of like what you have in Mario Galaxy, right? But in a 2D context, it's very different. So this just allows you to drill underground, or, and I wasn't expecting this, you can drill up into the ceiling. So this just kind of adds more, you know, let's say puzzle elements and secrets to find in a 2D Mario level, and it's something different. You know, the Elephant Mario is cool, but it's just big, beefy Mario, kind of. With the drill power-up, they can actually create unique and interesting gameplay kind of environments for you to use that power-up in. And let me clarify, I hope that the full game has that for elephants, for the elephant power-up, but from what we saw in this demo, the drill power-up definitely impressed me more. Just being able to go underground whenever you want is really cool. Come up above enemies, or in the case of the final level that we played, the kind of like harder level they were talking about, you actually have to get underneath and then go underneath this like crystal to break out the Wonder Seed. And it just kind of lends itself to more unique gameplay opportunities than the elephant power-up did, at least in this demo, and I really enjoyed it. I thought it was a lot of fun. And then last thing I want to talk about is the Wonder Seed and the changing levels in of themselves. I like it. It adds a little bit more pizzazz, let's say, to a 2D Mario level. They showed a lot of crazy stuff in that reveal trailer, and, you know, there was some cool stuff in this demo. I think the coolest one was, like, the sheep or ram stampede, whatever you want to call it, right, that you see in one of the trailers. We actually got that, and the Nintendo rep that was, like, kind of watching over us actually said that we were the first people in his group that day that actually figured out that secret. So I won't say how you do it, but we just accidentally happened upon it where we activated the Wonder Seed and made the level all topsy-turvy and made that huge stampede of sheep come, which was just really cool. And it was, you know, feel-good moment, like, oh, I'm smart, even though it was a complete accident. So that's really cool. I like that. Then there was another one where a gigantic enemy kind of coming down, trying to crush the screen. That one actually was a little tricky. We died of that once. So, you know, it varies on how severe these effects are. I mean, like I said, I'm excited to see what the full game has in store for us. But, yeah, Mario Wonder, it was a lot of fun to play. One last thing I will say, maybe it was just the TVs that they were using. A lot of anti-aliasing on the character model, specifically on the world map. I thought that was weird. I'm not a tech expert, so I don't really want to speak on that too much, but that is something I noticed. There was a lot of like weird jaggies going on, even more than I would expect from a Switch game. But overall, I really enjoyed my time playing this. I'm glad that they had it at Nintendo Live, and I am excited to play the full game. I hope we get to see more of it in a Nintendo Direct this week, hopefully. And of course, I'm sorry for this video being so late. I meant to have it up almost a week ago. But yeah, if you were lucky enough to go to Nintendo Live and play Mario Wonder, let me know your thoughts down in the comments below. And if not, let me know, are you still excited to play it? I will say, this is definitely my most hyped game for the rest of the year. I cannot wait for October 20th. I will be playing it, I'll be making videos on it, and hopefully there will be some news soon, like I said. So let me know your thoughts down in the comments below, and until next time, folks, peace!